Welcome everybody to a vintage cube Swiss draft. So for MTGO.com. So let's see what we're going to pick here. A couple of very, very strong cards to choose from, and really the cards that leave it to me are Tinker, Taylor Swift Spy, Tinker, Recurring Nightmare with this sweet new Magic Online art, or Avengers Zendikar. I don't think it's the Avenger, I think it's one of these two. Tinker decks are really strong if you can get Blightsteel or even Sinks the Steel Wind or anything like that. Recurring Nightmare is obviously amazing in Reanimator. I think that's probably kind of what I want. I think I like the Reanimator deck a little more than I like the Tinker deck. So I think I'm going to take this Recurring Nightmare. Because it is, and I don't mean this as a joke, an absolute nightmare to play against Recurring Nightmare because it's just so strong. And just so annoying. Like, it's just so difficult to deal with. With that in mind, I think we take this Putrid Imp. Seems like a perfect follow-up. Putrid Imp is good for a couple of reasons. A, it is a free discard outlet to get our Reanimator targets in the bin for a Recurring Nightmare. And B, it's also fodder for a Recurring Nightmare. So that's a great pickup there. We obviously need to pick up, the Eldrazi don't really work. You can Makeshift Mannequin or Corpse Sense the Eldrazi back. You can't do that to Blightsteel or anything, though. I think Reanimate's a pretty clear target here, and one we're pretty happy to pick up. There's enough random big powerful stuff in the cube. That's not really the difficult part to get. The Reanimator spells and the discard outlets are the more difficult parts to get, honestly. There's enough random 8 and 9 drops that are just strong to be able to get back this stuff. Like I said, you can't really Blightsteel with it because Blightsteel... So the way the Eldrazi work is when they get shuffled when they go into the graveyard, there's a triggered ability that shuffles your graveyard back into your library. So with that trigger on the stack, you can use an instant speed reanimation spell, like Shallow Grave, for example, to get them back. Oh, I suppose I do take Shallow Grave, honestly. Shallow Grave is an example. So is Corpse Dance, and so is Makeshift Mannequin. So with the Eldrazi that have Annihilator, for example, if you Shallow Grave and Embercool, and attack your opponent for not only attack them for 15, you don't get the cast trigger, but you do attack them for 15 and blow up 6 of their permanents. That's a pretty good use of 2 mana a lot of the time. Master Room's a pretty good, reasonable Reanimator target, but it's not insane. It's probably the pick here. Reanimation ends up blue-black a lot of the time because it's a good discard outlets in blue and stuff, and counter magic and stuff like that. Something I want Necropotence. I know it's Necropotence. I'm going to take Massacre Worm here. But it's certainly not the kind of Reanimation target that I'm excited about. Shallow Grave, if you're not getting back an Eldrazi, isn't great unless you're using it to get back Grizzlebrand, for example, or something with a big bang effect like that straight away. Inkwell Leviathan actually is a pretty good Reanimator target because it's so resilient, and I think I'll be taking it. I always think it has flying. Like, look at it. That is a flying creature in that art. It's flying, but it doesn't. It has Island Walk instead. I hate art when art does that. And it's a point to note that in a Reanimator deck, you don't need to actually... we don't have to play blue. We don't need to be able to ever cast this Inkwell Leviathan because we're not going to almost ever play 7 blue for it. It's nice to have that insurance policy in case the game goes that way, but really, it really doesn't matter that much. We can take it if there's trying to think, like Progenitus is a bad example because it has a shuffle ability, but something like Progenitus you could just cast and it will be fine. I think it's a pretty clear Entomb for us here. Pretty easy. So it looks like, certainly at least in this direction, that Reanimator is open because this is an incredibly powerful card in Reanimator. Pardon me. So MTGO Academy was kind enough to help us out with some tickets for our 24-hour stream that we did last week. So you can go over to twitch.tv/Strandjack and look at some of the highlights from that and that kind of thing. We played an amazing game against Caleb Durwood, which was a lot of fun. Ninvala is not really the kind of card I want to be. Reanimating, it's not quite potent enough. Probably just want this Brain Maggot from like a control aspect. Hopefully that's not too crazy. Inkwell is a great one to pick up, honestly, but Grizzlebrand and Sphinx of the Steel Wind are also prime targets. If we get an Emrakul, I will take it. Here, I probably want this Grim Tutor. I will take it in the event that we pick up, you know, Corpse Dance or friggin' God, what's the card? Makeshift Mannequin especially. But Shadowgrave and Corpse Dance are cards pretty much exclusively for Eldrazi, really. Thoughtseize is a good card to have too. Baby. Just fit. Oh, Scroll Rack. Probably kind of want the Scroll Rack, honestly, if I'm just digging for specific spells. No, obviously in Mono Red. Which is great news for us, if I'm honest. I'm often confused about how to use Scroll Rack, if I'm honest. Like, I know it just lets you switch your... Oh, hang on. That is interesting. Quicken is interesting here. Sundering Titan's a great target for this stuff, though. Quicken's actually kind of interesting because Quicken lets me reanimate now at instant speed, which means I can get an Eldrazi back. I still can't Recurring Nightmare, but whatever. It's actually really annoying with Sundering Titan. You can't just keep blowing up everyone's lands over and over again. And your own, to be fair, but... Now, Ulamog doesn't have the old Eldrazi trigger. Now, this pack does also have Buried Alive and Show and Tell in it. I don't think I want to Show and Tell, but I think I do want Ulamog. Necromancy, thank you very much. No. I do need more discard outlets as well, to be honest. I mean, you can also Thoughtseize yourself. I mean, it sounds crazy, I know, but that's totally something you should do in Reanimator, like a decent percentage of the time. Ulamog is a good target. Even if they get to kill it, you exile 20 cards off the top of the library, so... Yeah, that's... Grizz, Big Daddy Grizz, get in my deck, please. You are perfect. Careful Study is a card I want quite a bit as well, actually. Anything like that that lets you draw cards and discard cards is perfect. Even there's an Era of Falconoth in this version of the cube. The 2-drop from Shadows of Innistrad that lets you discard to transform. That's perfect as well. High Tide is less perfect. Animate Dead seems perfect though. This is not the deck for Dark Confidant, I can tell you that right now with all this stuff up here. But it is certainly the deck for Animate Dead. So we've got a million reanimation spells now. Ugh. I'm not particularly fond of any of these cards. To get bad lands, I guess. Yeah. Looks like we probably won't need this Shadowgrave because we've got, you know, Necromancy, Recurring Nightmare, Reanimate, and Animate Dead. Probably don't need this Shadowgrave. Though it is quite good with Ulamog, and it's quite good with Grizzlebrand, and it's pretty good with Sundering Titan. If I can leverage it a little bit. Now, Iona. is a strong reanimate target. I think I want her, to be honest. And now I think I'm kind of good on these. I have 5 good reanimate targets. You know, I can also just cast this Massacre Worm, to be honest. But I have 5 good reanimate targets. Plus the Massacre Worm. So now I really just want more discard outlets, because we've got a couple good reanimate spells too. We currently have 2 discard outlets. One of them is repeatable, which is always nice. A couple of creatures actually hanging around for this Necromancy wouldn't be bad. Or not for Necromancy, for Recurring Nightmare. Wouldn't be bad either. So you need to keep that in mind too. So Era Falconwrath here is perfect. I don't know, I can't remember if Merfolk Looter is in this, but if he is, that's ideal. Baby Jace is good too. All that stuff. Give the buildings a quite a strong deck here. Frantic Search. Thank you. I was thinking for a second, I was like, Necropotence seems amazing. You get to just draw up to 8 and then discard. Nope. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. So that does not work. That is a trigger though, so you could respond to it, I think. I think Spell Scout here is actually really good. Helps us defend our reanimate targets, gives us something to sack to Recurring Nightmare as well. It's a nice pickup. Brain Mag is probably first on the chopping block here. Scroll Rack I don't think I need either, actually. Now they've got enough of these spells and stuff. So with 5 more cards in the deck, I would really just want, you know, maybe one other good target, maybe one other reanimate spell, and just discard outlets and creatures now. And Frantic Search is going to let us reanimate something on turn 3 a good percentage of the time, which is always nice. Mox are also great in this deck. Mox are great in every deck, but if we get a blue or a black Mox, I'll be very happy. This gap is a little silly. Very late Oracle of Mulder either. By the way. Sage is good against us. Again, trying to bring Rage Gun that late, a strong indicator that nobody's in mono red. Which a lot of the time means I mean, I've only played this cube once or twice, this version, but in the vintage and the holiday cubes in the past, if mono red is open, that probably means you just should have been in mono red, because it is such a strong deck. Or has been at sometimes it might not be this time. I haven't looked at the changes. But it is often a strong enough deck that you probably should just be doing that instead. Can't say I'm sad with this with our deck so far, though, to be honest. Massacre Worm really is sticking out as just like a sore thumb there. I would like to upgrade that to something a little better. Swings the Steel Wind or something. We're not playing Bob. Bob is great, but taking 10 or 8 or 9 or whatever from all this stuff is not great at all. So no, not worth it when you're on. We have a new Ulamog to see something in your deck that can just zap you for 10. Mox Emerald. Pretending this doesn't work because it has as a replacement effect rather than a triggered effect, so you can't even shallow grave it. Mox Emerald or Tendrils of Agony. Not Tendrils, sorry. Mox Emerald or Mystical Tutor. Probably just Mystical Tutor. Right? Probably just better than this Mox. Goes and gets our Frantic Search or a Reanimate. Sorry, yeah, it gets Reanimate. It doesn't get Animate Dead or Necromancy or Recurring Nightmare. But it does get Reanimate, and it can get Shallow Grave if I want to play that. But yeah, it searches for both halves of the combo in terms of searching for Frantic Search or for this, which is nice. Library of Alexandria is just an incredibly strong card. God, do I just take the Library of Alexandria? We might wheel that Sphinx. It's a good shot we wheel that Sphinx, though we did pass a Tinker. We're pretty okay for these. Maybe I just take Library. Library is such an insanely strong card. Listen to also get some Tomb. God, do I just take the Sphinx? Sphinx is a really good one of these. Because it has lifelink. Graveyard Saga, not bad at all either. God, a lot of good things in this pack. I think we're going to get something good back. Even this Underground Sea. I'm just going to take the Library. I think I'm putting it in the board just because it's a land. I'm not going to count it here. Solemn is a good card. It's just a good card, so I probably would like to play it. It's good fodder for Recurring Nightmare. Though if we're Recurring Nightmare, we probably are just winning the game. Or, pardon me, or near enough to it anyway. The thing about Library is, though, playing that Library on turn 1 makes it so hard to lose the game. Probably just want this Tutor, and I'm pretty happy about it. I love this green Ulamog. It's so stupid. Yeah, with this Tutor, I think. Too expensive. Not bad target, actually. No, that's why it doesn't cost too much. Probably just gonna take the Silumgar. I'm pretty okay with it. Corpse Dance. Is that what I want? No, I didn't pick up any of the Eldrazi really, except for the one that we can just do normally. Hippie Spec. Cryptic. Cryptic is too hard to cast. Hippie Spec, I expect it's just a good card. I think I'll take it, but I don't think it's going to stay in the deck. So we could have had the other Ulamog and the Kozilek and done the Eldrazi thing, but it's a little fragile. I guess I'll take the Yogg Will. It doesn't let me recast my... God, I'm actually panicking too. Mannequin's great for the Eldrazi because it makes them... You get to keep them. They're just fragile. Oh, got the things back. Sweet. That's really good. What don't we need out of these cards? This Masquerade we don't need. So this is the deck, I think. I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it indeed. This Recurring Nightmare is a little awkward. Although we have, you know, Brain Maggot and Spellskite and this, and then these. God, I don't know if I can actually Recurring Nightmare in this deck. I don't know if I have enough creatures. It's not really that kind of grindy, annoying reanimator deck, is it? Well, this deck actually wouldn't mind 18 lands either, so that's probably okay. Well, Corpse Dance Back 2. Corpse Dance Back 2. Shadow Grave is just a better Corpse Dance, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, this deck actually doesn't want 18 lands. The deck stops at 4, strictly speaking. But do I want... Okay, let's look at these black cards. Do I want... Shadow Grave? Not really. Corpse Dance? Not really. Recurring Nightmare? Probably not. It's just so hard to use. You know? Now, we can't play 18 lands, or 17 lands and Library of Alexandria, because that is not really a land. You know, we could just do that. What's this? Oh, yeah. Whoops. Yeah. 10-7. Don't really need more than... We only have 3 blue spells, but... Maybe 11-6, actually, then. Yeah. This seems pretty good to me. I'm pretty happy with this. Like I said, we can't really... Shadowgrave and Corpse Dance don't do any... I mean, they're good with... They're okay with Ulamog. They're pretty good with Titan. And they're great with Griselbrand. That's kind of it. Like, they're okay with those 3. Ulamog, I mean, milling your opponent for 20 doesn't really do much. I mean, it puts them on a tight-ish clock. You know, a 10-turn clock or whatever, but... Griselbrand is the one you want because you just draw more cards with them. So you can Shadow Grave or Corpse Dance Griselbrand back, and that's good. Recurring Nightmare, we just don't have enough creatures down here to be doing it, I don't think. If I'm honest. I might want a Scroll Rack. More than a Brain Maggot. And I think that's kind of I think that's the deck I'm going to run. And let's see how it goes. So this seems fine. We just need to hit a reanimation target. But between Frantic Search and Scroll Rack, we should be able to do that. I would hope. Or we could just draw one. Nope, that's just like... Well, worth a shot. Or we can also draw an Entomb or anything like that. All also fine. Boo. Probably can't just... Oh, really? Oh, that's fine. Alright, control deck. Need to be wary of that. It's really good against our strategy, because our strategy is kind of fragile, to be honest. Yeah. I'm probably not going to just blindly Frantic Search here because it's one of our few discard outlets. Spell Sky. Yeah, without a target... I don't really want to be Frantic Searching with no guarantee of hitting a thing to discard. Now, I'll probably hit a Tutor or an Entomb or a thing to discard within that, but it's not really a risk I'm too happy to take. Uh-oh. Oh. No. I have to try dig for it here, I think. Yeah, even if this bait's a counter, that's not that bad either. Oh, okay. Could have done this on history actually, because I have makeshift mannequin. I would have liked that actually. Although I remember passing it, I would have actually liked the Thirst for Knowledge. Get lucky. Here we go. Big opening here for... Oh, look at that. Iona. Awesome. Discard 2 cards. These two, please. 1, 2, 3. Go get me my Iona, please. And then prevent my opponent from casting blue cards, or white cards, probably. White cards are more likely to be able to deal with this than blue cards are, I would think. So, white, no wraths. Yeah. And then any blue cards we can just redirect to this. Go ahead. Good luck. Go, Iona. Go. Oh. No, that's fine. I got really scared for a sec there. Yeah, so any blue removal, I mean, I guess you could, like, upheaval, but it'll be dead before then. Any blue spells, like a bounce spell or anything, I can redirect to the spell guide, and any white spells that don't target, like a Wrath, our opponent just can't cast anymore. So, Iona should be able to seal the deal for us here, I would hope. You are useless. Well, you do mean I can stop playing lands now. Crunch. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we got very lucky off that frantic search. Remember, we can also Makeshift Man come back, our Dragon Lord. And Spellscare removes a lot of the scariness of Makeshift Mannequin. I don't know if I want that. No, I don't think I do. I think I'm okay. You are dead next turn. Cool. So the deck works. The thing about Reanimator is when it works, the games are often very, very short. So I think I'm just going to run it back. I was just thinking that Solemn Simulacrum is not amazing without the friggin' whatchamacallit, Recurring Nightmare. But, I mean, it's just a fun card to have, I guess. And the deck doesn't get to go off super early, which it happened to do there. Definitely keeping this. For a couple of reasons. One of them is this. This is one of those reasons. But another one is this Vampiric Tutor. And stuff like that. And Reanimate it. So pretty easy to discard something to our own hand size with Library of Alexandria and Vampiric Tutor. Boy, oh boy. Say go. Okay. No. The reason what I was going to do there was get Grizzlebrand or whatever, put it on top of our library, and then draw with that library and discard it straight away. No land for our opponent. I'm going to try this. Oh, wow, really? Can't Thoughtseize myself with that. Much better. Much better. Much better Thoughtseize yourself target. And that's what I'm going to do. Discard you. My opponent sees this hand, that might just be a concession. Though this doesn't have protection from white or blue, so our opponent can just, you know, sword splash this or whatever. Path exile is particularly annoying. You are late for work, my friend. I can just cast that Dragonlord Silver next turn. I'm not going to play any lands here because we're close to library again. And, you know, playing that. Playing it doesn't really add anything to our board at all, so there's not really any need. Okay. Same again. You know, if our opponent casts some big bad scary thing here, now if it's upheaval, that's really bad. And it seems like this deck might be an upheaval deck, to be honest. So that's bad if that happens. But if it's not upheaval, we can just steal his big bad with Dragonlord Silver. Like, even if it's like an Embercoat or something. Oh, that's scary. Depending on what our opponent draws when they take control of our turn, they might not be able to do anything. Like, they can cast our Dragonlord Silver for no value, I guess. But there's no targets for our reanimate spells in the bin, so they can't really waste them. Well, are we doing it? Are we mind slavering? I think we might be. No, we're Dragonlord Ojutai. Ooh. Scary. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna have to reanimate this because this is so fragile but so important. Ow! Ow, big time. I can instant speed get it back. If opponent attacks this, I can steal it. Ow. Yeah. Oh, Mindslaver. Okay. It's a good idea to just dump my hand like this anyway, because it limits what my opponent can do with their Mindslaver. Oh, this is weird. I wonder what this looks like on the screen, actually. Huh. Let's see my library, I guess. I mean, the only legal targets are Entomb, Grim Tutor, and Quicken, all of which are kind of fine for me. Fail to find. Okay, so just discarded my Mystical Tutor. Discard my lands, sure. No reason not to. Still need to deal with this board state, though. You know, I attack for 12 next turn. Yeah, tap me out, sure. With Mana Burn, he could just kill me like this. I assume he doesn't attack himself. Yeah. I mean, that was weird and annoying, but didn't solve the underlying issues that my opponent has to face with the board here at all. What's this? Memory Jar. Well, I don't have anything in my hand. Joke's on you. Memory Jar now is actually pretty good for you, I think. Gideon, what? Sure. Okay. I mean, he mills me pretty hard, I guess, but it's not really a thing, I don't think. Just puts this stuff in the bin for me, which is just good, I think. Yeah. Okay, our opponent was not able to find an avenue to victory against our board there, so we managed to snap it up. So let's see if we can't do the same in round 2. Interesting decision here, because some reanimator decks on the draw can just discard their reanimation thing and then immediately animate it on turn 1, on turn 2, by not playing a land. I don't think this is something I'm interested in. I think I want to play, honestly. I think the tempo I get from playing is worth it, and look. Perfect. Probably gonna go get Big Daddy Grizz here. Might hit reanimate. No. We do have Frantic Search to ditch Inkwell Leviathan and Sundering Titan though. And then we got a lot of shots at reanimator spells. Oh boy. No Mana Tithe? No, there we go. What do I get back? Probably Grizzlebrand, right? Then we get back Sunring Titan to blow up our opponent's lands. And hamper their ability to stop us. We move to our end step. And we discard the Sinks the Steel in. I don't know, I think one Leviathan, I guess. Probably need something pretty good here. I don't think I actually want to Grizzlebrand here. I kind of want to keep my life total up a little bit because our opponent is just dead here anyway. You know, if our Sunning Titan dies, we blow up 2 of his lands as well, and then that's essentially all she wrote, I'd imagine. Phyrexian Metamorph. Gasp. Copying our Grizzlebrand, I assume? Yeah. Flesh too weak to jump the shell. Our opponent must trade here. He gets to draw 7 cards. Also go and get Grizzlebrand back. And then ditch Iona and a bunch of lands. Probably should ditch that Dragon with Silver actually. Going to stop Grizzlebranding here so we don't draw our deck. That should be it now with Spellscar protecting things. Obviously a Wrath is still pretty good, but we just reanimate something else again. with this. Okay. Don't even know what's left in my library, but let's see. Thoughtseize, sure. Take a Thoughtseize. I really should just go on Grizzlebrand again, honestly. Only reason I didn't was that Shred makes this much more resilient. I mean, Spellscraft does a similar job anyway, but 7 damage of trample should be fine as well. I assume we've got our opponent here. No. Cool. Got there in the end. And let's just run it back. Our opponent held up pretty well there, if I'm honest. Which is a little scary, but we managed to get there in the end. Flesh to weak to. Sorry, I've got that Pendulum song stuck in my head all day. But honestly, our deck seems sweet so far. It's working. It's working very well. And let's hope it continues to do that. We've got enough tutor. We got 3 tutors, sorry. Oh, more. We got a couple of tutors. We got a little bit of card draw with the Quicken, I guess, and the Frantic Search and stuff. Got a couple of discard outlets and Tomb and stuff, and then some really good reanimator targets and like a huge amount of reanimate spells. So the deck came together quite nicely. And it seems to be working so far. We haven't had the nut draw yet of just going like turn 1 or turn 2 reanimate. Like turn 1 Putrid Imp, turn 2 Grizzlebrand or whatever. Which is the dream. But that last game was pretty close, I believe. Turn 2 Grizzlebrand in this hand with a Vampiric Tutor to go get Entomb, and then Entomb Grizzlebrand. So I'm going to keep it. That seems good. The spell's got to protect it the following turn as well. Gives our opponent like 1 turn to kill it. Our opponent's showing us that he has blue spells, so I'm just going to do this now. Entomb. Well, you're taking a big hit from this friggin' reanimating this Grizzlebrand, mind you. I wonder what we draw. Gotta go for it. Turn 2 Grizzlebrand. Yeah. I don't particularly want to go to 3. 3's a little low. But I could go to 3 and ditch a bunch of more reanimating stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. Have to do it now. Well, that's still pretty good. Could just be dead. There we go. Probably get a Sundering Titan to blow up their lands next turn, because it only kills one of our swamps at the moment. Yeah, animate dead, get back, Sundering Titan, blow up those lands. Uh-oh. You're pretty scary. You're probably going to have to go and get our Dragonrot Cylinder, don't you? Yeah, you do. Damn it. Okay. Does mean you can't use your birds anymore, which is pretty good. Need to get the spells cut down urgently. Where are you copying the Dragonrot Cylinder, presumably? And you steal Invala back. And then I believe I just die. I do, because the card I'm drawing is Grizzlebrand. So, yeah, I do just die. Well, our opponent got there. We need to be a little more careful, it seems, of unexpectedly absent. I'm sitting in a really uncomfortable way, I'm sorry. Yeah, you need to be a little more careful of unexpectedly absent, apparently. I didn't really plan for that accordingly, but that's okay. That's alright. Our opponent beat the turn 2 Grizzy pretty fair and square. Unexpectedly absent is like the most annoying way to beat it as well, because I'll draw the friggin' thing again. Although if I have another reanimate spell and discard it, that's probably just good for us. I can keep this. It's a card or two away from being amazing, so let's say go. Oh, well, that's not a bad draw. But I will be scroll racking. Just cycle this quicken. Get rid of you and you and you. And you, actually. Um, if I had this, we can get this off pretty quick if we Mystical Tutor for an Tomb. You put Grizzlebrand back in our library as well. We're drawing that Necromancy now, so. Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's scary. Extraordinarily annoying. You hope your opponent taps out of blue. I think Lender is a real problem, if I'm honest. Tap that Lumbering Falls, tap the Lumbering Falls. Come on. Come on. Ah! He didn't do it. Yep. Yeah. I figured as much. Never really digging for a discard outlet. Oh boy. I can just cast this thing in 2 turns, like. Lol, no. No, that's not a legal target. Damn it. Yeah, I die here. I take 8 and then I'm dead. I can't possibly get Grizzlebrand down before I know what my draws are. Damn, our opponent gets there. Let's see if we can't recoup our losses in round 3. Same as earlier. I think I would like to play first. And yep, I'll probably be entombing. I would like to sometimes also draw a better spell than Makeshift Mannequin to reanimate them with, but oh well. Probably a good idea to get spell scout down now as well, actually, since we're unlikely to be able to reanimate next turn anyway. Yeah. Big Daddy Grizz. So you go. Next turn we're mannequin and real good. Getting that Grizzy back. Opponent's playing green-red? We can probably beat green-red. Oh yeah, yeah, we can beat this. Oh, big time we can beat this. Mannequin away, Grizzle run. Draw 7 cards. Awesome. Discard. Probably Thundering Titan and Sphinx of the Steel Wind. I don't think I need Dual Mock. And then get back maybe Thundering Titan. Try win the game that way. Nice. I don't need the blue anymore, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, okay. I think it's Thunder Titan. Use it to blow up my opponent's lands. Oh, oops. Done. I'm going to get Sinks the Steel Wind back, because now I have lethal damage here. 13 damage in the air. We know what our opponent's drawing. We have a Spell Sky. Our opponent's only got 2 mana. Sweet. Got that one unlocked pretty easily. Let's see if we can't do that again. So the Reanimator deck, I think our version of the Reanimation deck is actually really strong. But it's a little swingy. You know, sometimes it's difficult to draw the components. That game we had Mystical. Cards like Mystical Tutor and Vampiric Tutor do help a lot for reasons like we just saw there. We had the Reanimate spell, we had the Mystical Tutor, and the Mystical Tutor can act either as a copy of a discard spell or Entomb. You know, we can go get a Thoughtseize or Entomb with it, or we can go get a Reanimation spell with it, which is really nice. Same goes for Vampiric Tutor. So Vampiric Tutor also has the ability to fetch our big guys if needed, but I don't know why I wouldn't just fetch an Entomb instead, really. Let's see if we can't replicate that. Our opponent's got 41 cards in their deck, which is never a great thing to do. Cool. Turn 2 Sundering Titan. I will keep it. Or turn to Inkwell Leviathan. That's probably actually better, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Because our opponent played that temple, we can't even blow up 2 of their lands. You know? Fast bond. Now I should done with the Sundering Titan. You're good too. Inkwell Leviathan though. 3-turn clock right there. Well, we had a good run. Although, what's our opponent doing now? They got one card left in their hand. What are they even trying to do? Yeah, their hand doesn't do anything fast, like at all. So. No, still can't draw them some cards, I guess. Will help. Nice. Get your cards, friend. Ooh, Mana Gorder Hydra is pretty good. Well, I mean, it's fine. Probably should have played the Mana Gorder Hydra before he played that, because the Mox Bot would have counted for it. Oh, I wanted to Skull Clamp it again. Okay, that's pretty good. Opponent's drawing a million cards here. Card I probably want to get is Frantic Search, honestly. Frantic Search lets us dig and put these two cards in the bin, so if Frantic Search or our draw step finds a reanimate spell, that's really good. Put target knockers run towards its library. Oh, he's going to do it with Necromancy, isn't he? It's really annoying. Although we can just draw Necromancy then. It's not that bad either. Man, Ulamog would wreck our opponent here as well. Opponents dug themselves down to 18 cards by themselves. We don't have a Woodpole Promise for the win. Or, was it a Kratos? I saw one of the big two green guys. Kratos is obviously more of a win card. Green Sun Zenith. Eight. Yep. There's the Primus. Yeah. Oh god, it's really good. MTGO! We'll go to him with a shot after that Spirit of the Labyrinth, but I think we just die now. If he ends up sacking that Spirit of the Labyrinth to that Skull Clap, I say sacking, you know what I mean? We can Frantic Search after it's dead. Doesn't actually do anything. So yeah, Frantic Search to get these in the bin. Man, this is insane against our opponent. Yeah, if our opponent ends up sacrificing this, we can always Frantic Search to try hit Makeshift Mannequin. Okay. Both of our lands, yeah, I think we're done here. No dice anyway. Wow. Opponent's deck certainly got there that game. Opponent's deck is certainly not bad. Very odd deck, if I'm honest. Kind of like a weird green ramp deck. But it's definitely one we can beat, I think. Maybe we should value Sphinx the Steel Wind more. If we can reanimate Sphinx the Steel Wind without an enchantment attached to it, you know, if we just get it with actual reanimate or something like that, or makeshift mannequin, I think we're just going to win because I don't think I probably can do anything about it. I would love to play first, thank you. No. I guess. God, this is so bad. I could have scroll racked, I guess, for a land, but for an island for this mystical tutor. But oh boy, I think this may just be one where we. I probably should just mulligan again, honestly. Very useless. My opponent had such a slow start as well. I could have totally beaten this. Oh, hang on. Getting somewhere now. Yes, please. This lets me do it next turn. Ow. Go ahead. Uh-oh. Although I know our opponent won't draw this because I'm going to attack him with Windmill. Damn it! The random friggin' Zealous conscripts? I mean, I guess he's got Kiki. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, we're mega dead. Thank you for watching. I've been Dennis, and I've been rather unlucky, I think, with the Reanimator deck. I guess I could have gotten the Sphinx to Steel Wind, but I thought Ulamog was a faster clock. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time when maybe we can fare a little bit better.